like to call the Master Plan Implementation Committee to order. LakeCAM is recording. I'd like to take roll call, please. Rodney Dixon.
Garbutt here.
Joseph Chamberlain.
Andrew Sukforth.
Denise
All
Babuto.
right, thank you. We're waiting for one member, maybe two. If we could rise and face the flag, please, for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay. Item 1, review and possible vote to approve meeting minutes for September 22nd, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Okay. Next agenda item, meet with the following department heads to discuss their priorities on the master plan implementation chart dated September 22nd, 2025. Police Chief Matthew Perkins, Fire Chief Michael O'Brien, and DPW Director Franklin Moniz. So, Chief Perkins, if you'd like, what we're doing is, as a committee, meeting with everyone that has a vested interest in the master plan and see if there's any update. Oh, there's our another member, Mr. Marshall.
Hello.
Hello. So we've been meeting with different committees to get updates from them where they're at, and if they are considering the master plan in their daily operations or their yearly operations, however they operate. So I'd like to turn it over to you. If you have an update for the committee, that'd be awesome.
Sure. The items that are on the plan right now that are involving the police department, the first one is the regulated roadways. There are a number of towns, a number of streets in town that aren't properly regulated. Each public way is supposed to go through a regulation process by Mass DOT. There's supposed to be a study done, and that's how they determine a speed limit. So speed limits are determined by the zoning, residential, thickly settled, and stuff like that. If you remember from driver's ed, what the speed limit is. Regulation can actually have that zone be higher or slower. So, you know, a number of streets in town are properly regulated, but there are some that have never been through the regulation process. We identified that several years ago and tried to get a number of what it would cost to have the streets properly regulated. And it kind of, because the price tag was so high on it, it brought the priority down. We looked for grant funding and we couldn't find it. Ideally, it would be nice if Lakeville moved to, it's called 9017C, whereas once we have those major roadways regulated, any new street that came on or any side street that we didn't do a regulation on would automatically be a 25-mile-per-hour speed zone, as opposed to the 30. So it could have that traffic speed limit reduced from a 30 to from a thickly settled area to a 25, and it wouldn't need to be posted.
All right, thank you so much. Does the committee have any questions or any points of discussion?
You were talking about the cost. What was the cost?
Franklin reached out, Frank Moniz, the superintendent, DPW director, reached out and got a quote, and that quote is probably like 5 years old now, but it was in the range of $100,000 for the for those streets.
We just got a new one actually today.
Oh, did you? Oh, no kidding.
It's 140 grand.
140,000.
Who would think that?
It's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, yeah. And this is nothing that can be done piecemeal either, right?
It could. You could do one street at a time, and then once you get to that point, you could put that question in front of the town to see if they wanted to adopt 9017C.
Okay.
In the master plan, through the chair, they recommended that a public safety committee should be appointed, and we never did it. And I would say, based on the cost to do this, the lead party would be the town administrator and the town planner. But is there a need to do that committee?
I don't think so
No.
at this time. Yeah.
No.
And if we form the committee, would there be any teeth
It would-
and any,
It'd be an advisory committee only, wouldn't it?
I think so. Is that correct? Okay. Thank you. All right. Patrick, any questions?
No.
Okay. All right, well, move forward. In lieu of Chief Michael O'Brien.
Oh,
Okay,
did we wanna do that road safety audit, the
Stand
next
by.
one,
Yes,
Matt?
so another
Apologies.
item on
Go ahead.
the plan was the audit, the road safety audit. And that was just auditing, different streets and intersections in town that have been identified as high crash locations. The state has all the data as far as those high crash locations on Bedford Street and stuff. There was a plan to do a redesign of 18105. That all is in the state's court, I think. So I don't know where they stand on a redesign. It might be on their agenda for a future project. But I don't.
Cause we still have a lot of accidents at that intersection, don't we?
Yeah,
Even with the signals.
And they don't always involve deer.
exactly. And then just road safety in general, there is the equipment that's in the equipment column that, the speed signs, we actually have state, grant purchased, speed limit signs. They're radar signs that we can move around town and post in different spots that'll indicate, it'll flash the speed of the vehicle that's
Now,
driving by.
are we
You've probably seen
getting, are
them
we
in
getting
town.
those free?
Yeah, those were great, yeah.
Because I
yeah.
have a house in Wareham, and in the past year, they popped up everywhere in Wareham,
Yeah, it was.
flashing lights.
Yeah, it was part of the equipment fund through the municipal road safety grant. You could purchase equipment, and over 6 years, we bought a speed sign each year. This year, there was no equipment piece, I don't believe, and it's just funding for traffic enforcement. And we did receive $24,000 recently for
That's awesome.
traffic enforcement for the next year.
So we have 6 radar speed lights now?
Yes.
And what did you receive the 24,000 for?
Traffic enforcement.
Okay.
Traffic safety, it's the traffic safety grant, and it's for enforcement.
That's awesome.
Mr. Chair, can I ask him if he's got if the chief has any priorities that we would wanna consider?
Absolutely.
So-
Hiring or,
Yeah, so it would be staffing, and I think right now, when we look at the growth of Lakeville and the population has increased, from a public safety standpoint, you'd like to see that the staffing increases as well. I think one need that we have currently is, communications and dispatch. We are to the point where dispatch communicates for police and fire. And there are some burdens that they're going through, staffing burdens, they're overworked, and it would be beneficial and a need to have 2 people staffing dispatch, probably from the hours of 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. And I think the midnight shift could currently be staffed with what they have right now, which is 1. And then public safety, police officers. The federal standard is 2.5 police officers per 1,000 population. So just based on that and Lakeville's population, we're understaffed. So any new growth, you know, if there's developments that come in town and, you know, they say, okay, this is 1,000 people are gonna live in these 500 units or whatever it is, you can kind of look at that, well, that's a need of 2.5 police officers per that 1,000.
And you said that was a federal standard?
That is the federal standard, yes.
As a department, do you get gigged on that?
No.
Okay.
You can look up those stats and stuff online, and you can see what the state average is. I think we're falling like 1.7 right now.
Thank you very much. Okay. Is there any additional information you'd like to convey, or is there any questions from the committee?
No, just there's gonna be a lot of growth going,
Yeah, there will.
especially in that 105 corridor,
So
potentially
does
the
that
hospital.
create liabilities or risks for the town that we need to be concerned about?
I think
Insurance-wise or anything?
it's not like, like fire that's, attached to your homeowner's insurance and stuff like that, as far as, location and response times and stuff like that. But response times are overall important for public safety, and when you have a higher population, you're burdened with, excessive calls, delayed responses, and just the how to deal with, that population, and it comes down to staffing.
Thanks.
All right.
All set?
Yes, ma'am. All right, now we can move forward. With apologies. Okay. So next on the agenda is the fire department. In lieu of Michael O'Brien, we have,
Deputy Chief Pamela Durant, nice to be here.
thank you.
The last goal that was projected for the fire department was service and facility goal, and that was efforts to meet the needs of the fire station. And that we also coupled on this the town hall. That town hall funding did not pass, but the fire station did. Where we are in the process is the design and development phase is done. The debt exclusion is approved. The contract with the general contractor, Page Construction, that's been executed. The site perimeter, if you look over across the driveway, it has a silted and turtle barrier that's been erected. The lane clearing and groundbreaking ceremony is expected to happen soon.
Awesome.
There were some state regulatory matters, but we're assured by project management that there are no anticipated changes to the timeline. So we're definitely looking forward to a new station soon. Our other goal was towards staffing, and I can definitely echo what Chief Perkins was saying. The population of Lakeville is trending upward. In 2020, the official census, we had 11,523 residents. The unofficial Lakeville count in 2024 is 12,190. On top of having the overall population increase, we're also having an aging population. So we're going from a median age of 38 years to 41, but also we're increasing a large share of households that have 65 plus is increasing. And now, how does that affect the fire department? That greatly affects our EMS calls and revenues. So in fiscal year 2026, calendar year 25, we added 4 positions. And that was to bring us more in line where we needed to be. We're placing catch up. And that was through ARPA funding, and then it was rolled over into the budget. But the outlook shows a 10% growth in our call volume. And that's a mix of local, partly attributed to the aging population and the overall population. And it also reflects a national trend. People are calling 911 more than they ever have in the past. Part of that's carryover lingering from COVID. A lot of people have not been proactive in their health care, and so as a result, there's a heavier burden on fire and EMS. They don't have primary care, and so they'll call 911, and we have a duty to call, to respond when they call. So that's our changing role of the fire department, and we have currently projected for 2025, 3,000 calls. To date, we have 2,512 calls, which is right now 62 ahead of last year. At one point in time, we were 200 calls ahead of last year. There's ebbs and flows. We're definitely gonna crush our record for last year, which crushed the one previous. So, our staffing challenges are chronic. What our goal would be is a more proactive, stable, staffing model where we could incrementally add like 2 each year instead of like a lump sum of 4 and trying to play catch up. So that's our number one goal, would be staffing.
Thank you.
Can I ask, how many, the new station, how many firefighters and paramedics could we have in that building?
That definitely has room for expansion. So right now, our fleet, and our staffing, we have 18 full-time firefighter EMS personnel. And how that works is there's fire chief, myself, we have an administrative assistant, and we have 4 groups of 4 shifts. And they operate on a 24/48 schedule. That means if all 4 people are there, we have capabilities to staff 2 fully ALS ambulances. What we do right now is we drop to a 3-man minimum. And so if one person calls in sick, we don't fill it. And if we have simultaneous medicals, which seem to happen a lot in Lakeville and other towns close by, then we have to tone out for coverage for staffing for that second ambulance. So if we did get additional staffing, that means we don't have to roll the dice. We always have 2 fully staffed ambulances from the get-go. And that's a safer model. And even on the engine, if 2 people are out on a medical and only 3 people are on, that leaves 1 person for an engine. So we definitely have room for expansion, and the way that the station was designed, we could easily fit 4 more people.
Okay.
That's awesome. Anyone else? For the folks at home, could you just explain tone out? I mean, I know what it means, but could you explain what that means?
So Lakeville Fire operates a combination department. We have career staff, and we have supplement that with on-call personnel. So people, when they hear a call or an incident, that means that we require extra staffing, and they would respond from home to the station and staff additional apparatus, whatever is needed.
All right, thank you so much. Okay. Any other questions, concerns, discussion?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you. We really appreciate it. Moving forward, I will defer to Member Garbutt for the DPW Director Franklin Moniz's update.
Page 8, the administration building, is completed and occupied. I don't know if any of you have visited it. It's pretty nice compared to what,
It's an upgrade, that's right.
yeah, from the, trailer that they had. So that's no change since, I think it's been over a year
Over a
since
year.
he's been in that. On page 9, as far as, they did hire 2 full-time employees for the park department. But he is, waiting to hire a new highway department employee. I don't know if anyone's applied yet. And on page 10, the transportation strategy for the bicycle and pedestrian plan, nothing's been budgeted for that, so he hasn't done anything. Further down, investigate participation in the Complete Streets funding. Again, we'd have to budget for that. Franklin has taken the training a couple of years ago. But he's not moving forward on it unless it's budgeted for. And there was one other, the complete streets, where he ranks what roads are gonna be budgeted, to be repaved, and he just had it updated,
Yeah, you have listed June
page.
11.
Oh, yeah, near the bottom, it was fully updated this past June.
So, was there any other additional information?
From, Franklin, no.
Okay. Do we have any comments or questions for Rita or DPW, if she can answer them? Okay, very well. All right, let's schedule the next meeting. We're coming up, obviously, we got the vote tomorrow. And we got the holidays fast approaching.
I don't really know what other committees or boards we could meet with right now, because we've met with everybody. I can't see meeting until
Probably
after
should
the first of the
reconvene in
year.
the new year.
Yep.
I don't foresee any pressing issues for us to meet with anyone else at this time. Any discussion? Okay, so we'll take a look at January.
I don't have my January.
What, is everyone available on Tuesdays, or is there any, I'm
We
sorry,
have to do
Mondays?
Mondays now.
Mondays,
Yeah,
excuse me,
so-
Mondays. The 5th, the 12th, the 19th, or the 26th?
The 19th is the holiday.
Okay.
The MLK Day.
26th.
So we'll do the 26th?
Yep.
Does that sound good? All right. We'll do MPIC, the 26th, 6 PM
At this location.
at this location. Same time, same bat channel. All right. Is there any other business that may properly come before the meeting?
Well, I wanted to just update in the stuff I did in purple, but Matt and Pam don't have to stay.
Yes, you do not have to say, we can let you go. We try to run very efficient meetings here, so we understand that your time is valuable,
Thank you.
and we appreciate you both coming in,
Thank you.
taking time out of your
Thank
busy day.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Fire station building committee's tomorrow, so if
Right,
you have
Mike said he was
questions.
going to that.
Yeah, he'll be there for that.
Thank you again.
Have a good night. I'll make it real quick.
It's okay.
Page 1 in purple, I changed, currently advertising, I changed it to full or part-time,
For our town planner,
yes.
okay?
And second page, first strategy, the town administrator applied for $100,000 economic development strategy grant from Mass Development.
We received that.
Pardon?
We received the grant.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow, was approved and received?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And what will we do with that?
We'll, put together a economic development strategy and then implement it.
Will you have, has the Economic Development Committee met yet? Will they be part of it?
Yeah, they'll be part of it.
Okay.
It's
That's
$94,000.
Oh,
Wow, that's
excellent.
fantastic.
And again, my pet peeve, if you move down, an open space residential bylaw.
Where are we now?
Just
Oh,
move down the
yeah.
same page in
Yep.
purple.
Yep.
To pursue in 2026, it's been tabled twice. Then we can, and then page 3, all I did was I updated that the Economic Development Committee was reactivated. I had 2024, but I don't think they met, so I changed it to 2025. Have they met now?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're meeting, right now at the COA. Yeah,
And then The next page 4, the very bottom one, don't pursue it this time. I don't know why I did it in pencil. It should be red, because we're not looking to do transfer development rights. Page 5, when we met with Joan Morton and Dave Zalonis, and we talked about the priority protection areas, they mentioned that when you click on the parcels, the ID numbers aren't there. So I called Grant King at Serped, and he's supposed to email me. There is a way that they can click, there's a process, he said. So when I get that, I'll forward it to Open Space Committee and this committee.
I think we call that a workaround, right?
And the update from Joan in the next category regarding they have to finish the inventory of houses and cemeteries. The archaeological sensitivity study will be done after the inventory is completed. And then the last one, before they do their historical district, they need to finish that inventory from the intersection of right up here, 18 and 105, all the way down to the cemetery. They also want to include the tack factory, which I believe is over on Taunton Street.
Taunton Street.
Yeah. Next, page 6, I don't know why is purple, have hired a part-time that should be, green, I guess.
Where it says tabled indefinitely?
You're on a
No.
different page.
Second,
Strategy.
under strategy, open space strategies.
Have hired a part-time Concom agent on
Yeah,
page
6-1-1.
Okay. Okay. Oh, there, because you have tabled indefinitely right above that on the left.
Oh, yeah.
For
Natural,
goal,
cultural.
yeah, goal
No.
5-4.
That's something different. That was merging Historical Commission and the Historical Society. And they're not
Oh, right.
interested in doing that.
I remember we talked about that, and there was
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
distinct
Yeah,
difference.
yeah.
Got it, okay.
So do you get that, Denise?
Yes, thank
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Page 7, again, the open space. Residential bylaw was tabled indefinitely. That should again be green. But the first block, the goal, Dave Zalona said they sent inquiries to all the residents with 5 acres or more to see if they wanted to do chapter land. The next one, in September, I don't know if they've heard back. It should be DCR.
I just heard back today.
Today?
Yeah, I got approved. Yeah, conditional approval, so we'll be able to apply for grants. We just have
What's
to do it.
conditional?
It means we have to do like 5 or 6 different things, which means we can apply for grants, we just can't receive payment,
Okay,
but they're all kind of small little things, so
okay,
no issues.
okay.
And DEC should be DCR?
Yes.
Thank you.
So I'll change the next block to plan is done and under review. I'll put approved. And then the last block, I just added that, it was either Dave or, Joan said they were gonna link to the open space plan for, trails. Wasn't that the one about
Oh,
trails?
yeah,
Yeah,
to see what
where they can go to
connect.
open space. And then the next page, the first 2 blocks, Pam went over it. I updated where we stand now. The
Great,
Page
thank you.
Construction was awarded the bid. And the page 9, I just added the Assawamsett sidewalks. Andrew was applying for the $250,000 grant, but we're going to have to supply.
Yeah, there's like an old, density bonus account that's been sitting for like years and years.
Yeah,
That has about 350 grand left.
so we could use that.
My
But so
thought,
that would be 500,000 to do sidewalks?
yeah, the sidewalks and then the walkways around the school.
Okay, but not the pavement.
Well, maybe.
Okay,
I'm waiting to hear back from Beta on what it costs to do everything.
okay.
And then we'll go from there, like what we can afford and all that.
Page 10, I just updated under the, that Franklin completed the training for, bicycle and pedestrian path. I don't know that we'll be budgeting for that anytime soon.
So I'm entertaining, the policy, cause you gotta develop a policy first, and then you go through like a plan of action, I guess. So Serpent said it's not really like a matter of money, it's a matter of like, does the town wanna do it or not?
So you're working on that?
Yeah,
Is that a decision by leadership or residents?
they advise that we form like a complete streets, committee, which essentially, they do a public process, I went through it in Middleborough, where like Serpent will come in and say, where do we wanna see improvements in town, and the residents kinda put the classic stickers on maps, and
Okay,
then
like we did with our workshops.
yeah, then they develop the plan of where do we wanna see the projects, they prioritize them, and then
Okay.
from there we fund it or not. And then ideally, Complete Streets would fund it for us.
And then it could be part of the master plan.
Exactly.
Okay, great.
It's a long process though.
And last page, I just updated, for Franklin, that, he's been very good about updating the pavement management plan. It was just done this year.
Awesome. Thank you so much for all that work.
Good job, Rita.
Oh, thank you.
You make it so easy to follow.
Yep.
Nice.
I guess I rushed to do it.
For us
on
newbies.
Friday night and a Thursday night, so I changed some things purple I shouldn't have.
That's fantastic.
It's like, who else do we meet with? You know, I think we've met with everybody.
Covered all the bases, I think.
Yeah, we
you know.
have. And I think for 2026, one of the, we've visited this before in the past, and should we take a look then internally at our charter? We haven't done that in quite a bit, and see if that needs to be updated. What our charge is, not the charter, but the charge, excuse me. Because I still feel, we don't have any teeth, unfortunately. I wish, we discussed it before, we know there's pros and cons to that, but I think we are trending in the right direction, having met with all the people that we needed to meet with to get those updates. It sounds like they are, including the master plan and all that they do. I would like to, I guess selfishly, like to have the master plan be the priority in all the decisions, of course, but that's just wishful thinking.
Well, it almost seems to me too that we'll be starting to look at the next one,
We are,
2027,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
at the latest, so.
yeah, absolutely. in
Serpent's
preparation
doing
for
Middleborough.
2030.
I wonder how much they budgeted, because we should probably budget that in 2027.
Yeah,
Because the workshops and everything, it
Yeah.
takes a couple of years.
we could try to get Mass Development to fund it. But I think they're probably gonna go for like 150 grand, if I had to guess, ballpark.
To update master plan?
I think so, right?
No,
No,
not that
it-
much.
It was significant.
Middleborough's much larger, and Serpent is doing it for them, right?
Yeah, but I don't know how they're funding it. Like, I don't know if they got a big funding source from somewhere that they can afford it.
Because I know when we went to the town, it wasn't a whole lot of money.
No, it wasn't, 25, under 50.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
not a whole lot, but we made a pitch to the town, and they graciously voted in favor of it, and then obligated the funds, and that's what we used. And I think it was 25.
Yeah, I wanna say
I
twenty-five.
think it was around 25,000,
yeah.
but definitely less than, like Rita said, less than 50,000, so.
Yeah,
We had a lot of turnout, we had a lot of participation, and, yeah, it was great.
yeah, a lot
So-
of people showed up for all our workshops.
Yep.
And pretty much, I think, the priority is open space residential bylaw, and we need some economic development in town.
I
I'm
agree.
hoping I did receive a letter from Eastern Bank, that they're reconsidering the move,
Oh,
cause I called to complain.
Did you get a letter back? I got a letter back from.
Yeah.
They were very, yeah.
Because to get in and out of that Harbor One building,
Oh, it's a nightmare.
very little parking, a
Mm.
lot of accidents there, and they're reevaluating customer base, parking, and everything else at the Lakeville.
I had written a second letter to them some months after the first one, and I said, I go up and down Main Street, Lakeville, fairly often, and you can never go by that bank without someone going in or someone coming out. It's a very busy site. And then you go up at the harbor thing, I tried driving in there one time, I don't know how anyone does this, even if you get familiar with it, you're taking your life in your hands up there. But you take the busiest intersection in the town of Middleborough, and you get that there, that draws,
They must have put that there for walking traffic. They
I don't
could
know.
not have
Maybe the
planned
people
that
from
for
Taco
cars.
Bell can now walk up to get some money
They
for
couldn't
their,
have planned that
for
for
their
cars.
grubs.
I think they do it for traffic count. Because people see and they say, I'll go there.
Yeah.
Well, at least I'll bank there, I'll look it up online.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm
don't
just,
know.
I'm joking, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be difficult, so, but whatever we can do is, to influence that decision to get them back to come down here. I don't think it's as bad here personally, than it is in Middleborough, but, yeah.
And the funeral home is,
Yeah, we just-
Russell Piker is up for sale.
Yeah, I just saw that a couple of days ago. Does anyone know the reason why?
The new
No.
one or the old?
Yeah, the brand
The
new
new
one.
one.
Russell Pike is brand new, it's going for sale.
Wow.
Andrew, do you know anything?
I think it sold at foreclosure auction like a year and a half ago. This is the new owner trying to sell it.
Is that because they always have to have a police detail when they have
Wait a minute, they
a big
built it
funeral there?
3 years ago.
3 years ago when it went into foreclosure? Wow.
A long time ago, yeah. Yep, so the new owner is like a realtor, I think, it's whatever the sign, the owner's out front, they're trying to sell it.
Wow.
I don't think it's quite a established business where it is. There's a lot of funeral homes around.
Oh,
here.
yeah, I mean, there's multiple,
But the traffic,
I remember
there is
when,
a big funeral
Dow
there, there's
Borvik
been a
Nevin
lot
came
of
to Lakeville.
accidents.
Yeah.
So now they require 2 police
Yeah,
Yeah.
details.
there's always details there.
How is the, Rhino Development? Any word on?
It's at a standstill. I don't think they're going forward at the moment, so.
With Lakeville,
Lakeville
Hospital?
Hospital, yep. Yeah,
And Rocky Woods?
I think they're still going through ZBA. But I think that's years away before they break ground.
Okay.
Yep. And then obviously Lakeville Country Club's the newest.
Oh, I
Yep.
did see that on the agenda.
Yep.
How many units would that be?
Currently 418.
That's a lot more than the first presentation, isn't it?
I was
If they wanna go up fourth,
They're gonna make it
Fourth.
9 holes now.
yeah, 9 holes.
yeah, they're gonna reduce it by 50%.
Yeah, it was originally 424, a couple 4-story buildings. Now it's more 3 stories, no 4 stories. 9-hole golf course, restaurant,
Over 55 or?
over 55, the entire thing, not affordable.
In perpetuity? Is that a provision
we
that the
haven't worked
town
the-
can, I know, we've talked about it
Yeah.
before, and I've been vocal about it, with LeBaron Hills that happened, and they
The
came.
affordability part of
The
it.
affordability part, and then, hey, I'm losing money, and the economy's bad, and,
But
which is understandable, but it's a risk you take in business, right? When you pitch a town, project, based on certain factors, known and unknown, and then one of the factors change, well, that's your issue. It shouldn't be our issue, and it became our issue, and I guess, my concern is, is this gonna be another one of those? One of the things I've asked in the past,
Right.
and the question has never been answered, is if we develop every piece of land that can be developed in Lakeville, what will our census be? No one can answer that question,
Can
because
ballpark
right
it.
now, we're at 12,000,
Yeah,
right, and some change.
Yep.
If Lakeville Hospital goes through, that's gonna be X. Rocky Woods goes through, that's gonna be X.
So it depends on if you're looking at, if they're single-family homes. Now that the golf course is doing that, we wouldn't have known if we even could have come up with a number.
Yeah.
Cause there's that large parcel.
And then the chapter 61s and who knows? I mean, it's,
I will say that, I got 78 acres in chapter 61. In the past year, I've always gotten some, but in the past year, I think at least once a week, I get something, either a email or
Yeah.
actual snail mail. Want to sell your land? Want to sell your land? Want to sell your land? I mean, there's people out there actively looking for the property, but it's so easy to find. You don't have to send someone to a registry anymore. You can just sit at a computer and punch in anything larger than, 20 or so forth.
right.
And the property, when you come down Freetown Street, the Van Mahovens, Chonaherd, that land out behind there, there's a few different owners. You put that together,
Yeah.
and you could have like another settlement.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And it's difficult. I mean, traffic, I know you've lamented about traffic multiple times at certain times during the day, and, others have this.
Bells tolling.
I was gonna say, someone's telling, that's my cue to wrap it up, I guess, so. But no, it's an issue that, I think a lot of people are, interested in. I know traffic is one, of course. School system is another. My memory serves school, and Andrew, you might know better than I, is it 52% of our budget?
Probably like
80.
55 to 60 somewhere.
55 to 60, so it's going up.
Yeah, just depending on what you're talking
The
about,
teachers
Free
are
Lake or
80%
Old
of
Colony
the
as
school.
well.
I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
just all schools right now, but mostly Free Lake, I think is 52%.
Yeah, about
My
that.
memory serves. And then we got the Old Colony coming, and then with all the influx of people, are we gonna need new schools in Lakeville? We're gonna need more police, we're gonna need more fire, we're gonna need more services, and at what point, and then,
And you can't widen the roads to make 18 two lanes,
Right.
it's like,
but then do we change our form of government? Do we become a city?
Yeah.
We're twice as small as Middleborough, and Middleborough is not a city yet.
Yeah. Well, Newburyport's the smallest city in the state, so they're pretty small.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, just,
I thought Framingham was they're the oldest, the largest city, I believe, Framingham. They're still a city.
No,
sorry,
Framingham's the
sorry.
largest town.
no, largest town. Yeah, the
Largest
largest town, and Newburyport's the smallest city.
That's it.
But anyway, they're just, we've all been here for a long time, we know that Lakeville's changed, and it's gonna continue to change, I guess. How do we incorporate that, into the master plan, and what's that gonna look like in 2030, right? So I'm sure we're gonna get a completely different, set of data, next year or the year after, about, 2030 than what we did a few years ago. But, we'll see what happens. All right, any motions?
So moved.
Anyone second?
Second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
aye,
All right, well, thank you all.
thank you.
Happy,
Have a
happy
nice
Turkey Day.
Thanksgiving, everybody. Be safe.
Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
You're
Happy New Year.
traveling, travel safely.
Yeah, now that
Happy
you
Festivus
can
for the rest of
travel.
us.